Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever. Time's not real. I'm a cryptid. We're gonna fuck around and find some other endings. Of course, content warning. But other than that, it definitely is a love story, isn't it?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here. A warning. Did you just say wink out loud?
Don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to do. Wink.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Did we get this path before? I don't think
Just
so.
ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
I think this is new. Also, Halloween candy is discounted, and I have been buying way too much. Been sharing most of it with the house, but I still have way too much just for me. It's a good thing I brush my teeth regularly. I need a drink though, don't I? What do I got?
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy
new.
woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Am I supposed to shake this? I don't see why I would. Yeah, it's fine. I have a habit of just habitually, that's what that means, automatically just shaking anything that's not carbonated. Oh shoot, did I take the blade last time? I think I did.
You take the
That's
blade
fine.
from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
What if I don't try to kill her though?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I'm trying to think, but I think that all the endings that I got, except for the one... Yeah, except for the damsel, I tried to or did kill every version. What if I don't?
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
That's a lot of chains. What's the fourth one for?
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
He does have a point. I also mentioned that. I'll sit tentatively.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. You do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Okay.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game.
Okay, good.
But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here.
Uh-huh.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Uh-huh.
It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Oh, we've had so many second shots. You died.
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met.
Nope.
I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Oh.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
I'm gonna mess it all up.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I'm having a whole argument in my head. You don't even know. That other chain, what's that for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you needed to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
I like how she's just sitting here patiently letting me stare off into space while like 3 different voices in my head have a conversation.
There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him,
Mm.
possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Inspect.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why not?
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
I'm gonna inspect.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity.
Does she have a tail?
I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp.
Great.
Pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Great.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Amazing.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Prison of the mind, become your own
Yes.
jailer. Great.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife.
Oh
We're
man.
stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we
That's
supposed to
really
do
funny.
now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Did you know that was gonna happen?
No.
Alright, fair. What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
No. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Hey, you know what? That's fair.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for.
Also, hi, Beat.
But you're waiting for something. Waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes.
How's it going? How was your Halloween?
It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
I'm playing even more of Slay the Princess.
At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
It's a very good game. Aw. Well, I was off on Halloween, so I played... I forgot what it's called. I played a game. I played a horror game. Faith. I played Faith.
She's
was
not
very
doing
good.
anything. She's just sitting there.
And it took like 5 hours.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning
Yeah.
is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
It's a good horror game. It's a horror game series, even.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Is the chain gonna rust? Can I break the chain?
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. Then they get
Chains.
larger and larger.
Have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
Listen.
Still rude.
Do 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 do.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Oh shit.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass,
How would we get out now?
until suddenly
Oh shit.
there are no walls.
Sleep well.
Then,
Thanks for stopping by. Look, we're outside already.
and
Well, next time is tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll be over on YouTube, but later than normal. Sleep well. Good night.
I think he's gone.
Oh shit.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Look at that.
So this is the outside world.
Oh,
It's cold.
here I come. But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a... Why is it here? I
Don't
beg
worry
of you,
about it.
Don't do this.
It'll be fine. It's always fine. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Me. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Oh, I haven't actually met her yet, have I? Not in this playthrough. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I know all these, though. Because I've done it before. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay.
She asks that
I won't.
You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Guarded vessel, bring the prisoner to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the you're here to slay.
Alright. I want to try to get a different ending, though. Who haven't I gotten? I'm looking at a list of them. I got the prisoner, I met the damsel, I met the stranger, met the nightmare, specter, and the adversary. And the good ending, which isn't really actually a good ending. So I need the
You make your way up
razor,
the short path to the cabin.
beast,
You'll find
witch,
the
and
princess
tower.
within.
Okay.
A warning, she will we're not going to ignore him.
Skippity skippy.
The interior of the cabin, the blade is your implement.
Alright, so we're not gonna take it.
The daughter, her voice
Hello?
is, don't let it.
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Shut up.
Wait, really? Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Hey, Gigi.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I hope you brought something to deal.
Don't do it.
See what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Shut face.
Thank you.
You're making a huge no. You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding. They're large and heavy.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
I'm gonna check around upstairs.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Nope. Try the
You
door.
try the door. Your
Let me
shouts
out.
and plead. You're here to.
Okay, bye.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Sure.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
This
If we could just
is
get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
this bit I'm skipping through because we've been through this bit for the damsel.
She barely hesitates before she rips her flesh.
But I'm
from her
gonna be an
bone. The
asshole
sound comes from it's the
to
blade
get a
from
different
upstairs.
ending.
Or we could use it to free. You won't like what happens if you.
Wait. Fuck. Hi. Welcome to the thing.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you cut into her.
Okay,
The
well
blade is
that's
sharp, and her limb falls to the ground.
not the
and the heavy
option that I
chains
want.
follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound. No. She
Why
smiles
didn't
somehow
that
as she
work?
Thank you.
No. We won't have any as the princess. Wait. Watch me.
What?
Will this work?
Okay. There's no going back now. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart, but she's fast. She ducks
Okay.
to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric.
I think I just unlocked the beast. The hunter?
If we're lucky,
That.
the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
For now.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Shit, I got the one I was aiming for. Cool.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and
I
that she
did.
didn't kill you.
She did.
People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
God, I love it though.
Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close
the
to our chest. And
opportunist.
I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. Bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Okay. Oh,
A warning
okay.
before you go any further.
Uh-huh.
She will lie.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Let's go. What's it look like in here?
The interior of
Ooh.
the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, I didn't go down with it the first time.
No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into.
Nope.
It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Nope.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I like how he says that with the same intonations every time.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Nope.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Probably not.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess. not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
We could do both.
Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Ooh.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Bogwitch. Aw, she doesn't even have a window.
You
That's
can just
sad.
make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes
Oh.
bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
There seems to be a light over there anyway.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep.
You've already been here, haven't you?
Oh,
That's
yes.
pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
Voice of the opportunist. More like voice of the sarcastic.
So, you really don't
Voice of
remember
the
us, do you?
snappy.
No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us?
And she's still just waiting patiently.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Probably not.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
See, but it benefits me too, because I don't have to die. I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Yeah.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I didn't bring my blade down. How am I supposed to get you out?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Oh,
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little...
fair enough.
A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Nah. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
Maybe.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Promise?
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember?
It's fine.
Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do
that, but you could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Let's go.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
But I mean, she's right.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out. But if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Nah.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like.
You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
But
The princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach.
isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
Why did you just say that?
Uh-oh.
I think we know why.
You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor.
Why would you do that?
Feel something pop.
We were almost out.
The princess lands
The
against the wall,
frog.
gasping as she struggles to recover from
It
the
was in her nature. We were so close.
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
Oh, the frog and the scorpion story?
Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
It's what I would have done.
Have you considered not being like that?
Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Well, let's try to help you out. Saying nothing.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
No.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it, and we wouldn't
No.
be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that.
And what's that?
She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
You did this! This is your fault!
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Yep.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. Look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
You'll never get to watch that because worms don't have tongues. Oh, here I
Is that
come.
really what's going to happen?
No.
Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Yep.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
It's me.
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Sorry. But you don't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
He's gone. Is
No.
that
It's gonna be okay.
But it feels so bad. Look, if he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Finally. We're going places.
Silence as you reach forward, they're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. My goopy, goopy, you've grown. Oh, not goopy. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Me. You are at the cabin. Hi again.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I've never asked those, I think.
This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Let's go.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Yep. Sorry. Everything goes dark, and you die. It's technically like 9:15 right now, because of daylight savings, so I'm a little extra eepy today. Sorry. Oh. An untrusting vessel. Bring the witch to her.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path, you're here. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warn, she will. We're not going to go. Ignore him.
I'm looking at a guide right now, and apparently the difference, there's like there is very little difference between getting the path for the beast and the witch. Hmm. Okay. I know which one I'm gonna do. I want to make sure that I do actually get them all, because I want to see
The
them all.
interior of the blade. You take the blade from the table. The daughter, her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you.
Don't worry about it.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed.
Shoot.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't. Yes.
This is where
Even as she lays, but it's over.
we vary from the
Is it
other
over?
one. That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Shoot.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here.
Too
It's
late.
too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And then I wake up. The razor.
You're on a path in the... You're here to slay her.
No
Of
voice?
warning, she will lie. He couldn't be more
There
on
it
the
is.
money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Wonder why the voice of the hero is always there.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Sure.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. You can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here? Right now. Both of us normal and unstabbed.
I do have to hand it to her, that's a very good question. And it's one with a simple answer. You haven't slain her yet. So how about you get moving?
Last time? What are you talking about?
Wait. Okay.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm saving. I haven't saved in a bit.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that look back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yeah,
She
something
remembers.
is obviously up. We can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. Do you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Nobody has to die.
Of course not. At least not now, because you're here to save me. But you'll have to come close.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No. I have my dignity. Fine. And will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Behind your back?
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
It's very specific of you.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death.
Yup.
Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
You are so good at being wrong. Prove it then. Prove you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Practically doesn't mean literally. What if you were hiding it somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
Is her crown the weapon? I don't have a key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
I do want to ask all the questions. There's so many. Oh my god. I know you're mad, but we gotta get over this.
But I'm not mad at you.
Yeah,
so
you are.
Please stop standing so far out of reach.
God.
Okay, I'm bored now.
Oh.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's...
Oh shit.
In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
She's just gonna hack her arm off, isn't she?
Then
Yup.
she slices through her arm. Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense.
My pointer swapped hands.
She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
This is great.
I'm going to kill you now.
Yeah.
With a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeah. The arms race. I didn't know that there was gonna be a third part to
You're
this.
on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. What? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me, what just happened? What did you just do?
The voice in my head said no, fuck you.
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Nobody. Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works. The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 voices plus the narrator?
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
At least twice.
This is our third?
Yeah.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
I'm starting to think that no. I think it might all just be the same place restarting.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
I think it's just
I couldn't agree more.
timelines.
We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we?
I feel like this is just a closed off little bubble of the
The only
universe.
furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure. We'll
Okay.
take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It's difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I don't get to choose anything?
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses
I just
sharp.
have to... Okay.
That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do? Don't be like that. I know things are hard right now, but we got to stay positive. If they're confident, then I'm confident. So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
That mirror that you insist is in there is in the way.
Walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
That's a mirror.
There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Touch the mirror, I guess.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Okay.
Reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
Shocking.
It was never there. Just an illusion. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi again.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Gross.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yeah.
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
All of these ideas suck. Think of something better.
Yeah, that's right, we just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight. She skewers you. Ow. What a surprise. Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us. Oh, a new one of us.
Oh,
I
good.
thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
Oh, you know.
This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her, as long as we keep moving.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Who was the new one? Oh, the skeptic. Okay.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan. Now.
She wins by killing us, so let's beat her to it. It doesn't work and she kills you again. And again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness sleeps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
You have so many blades coming out of that arm.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything.
Arms.
We're tougher than I thought. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. We only have to get lucky once. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
Doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Hello again, cold.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to us. She skewers you. We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Mutually assured destruction. Chapter 4 is the farthest we've gotten.
Don't
huh?
lose your head. We're in a cabin. We'll take it from there. Feels like it finally fits,
I
doesn't it?
already have a knife too.
We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Woohoo! What if? Throw it out the window. Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. You've died a lot. I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
We've died horribly a lot of times,
The
though.
only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them. Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Sorry.
Don't care, just want to win. Fine, make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Not really.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just
Yeah.
going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin
Oh,
twists,
good.
splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. It becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
I don't like that.
Are you ready for what comes next?
A lot of death.
Holy shit!
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
That's one word for it.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Okay.
Do you think we can throw her out? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Narrator,
Empty your mind.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
The basement's normal too. Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but her blow finishes its arc. No, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Thanks. Your weapons clash again and again. You hear her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endless building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition and strikes hers, and hers strikes too. Water and steel, master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Hello again. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. I don't have any voices to talk to me at the mirror. You do so. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. They were gone before the mirror, but you need to see what's in it. I'm goopy. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in your direction. All of me is changing.
Her dialogue doesn't change. Her shape's different, but the dialogue didn't change. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Let's go.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Yep. Everything goes dark, and you die. Sharp vessel, bring the razor full to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
And that's where I'm gonna call it today, because it's been over an hour. It's also over an hour past when I would normally be done streaming on a non-daylight savings whatever day. Some extra EP. I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for watching. I'll be over on YouTube tomorrow in about 2-ish hours from now, but also tomorrow, not today. And other than that, have a good night.